right as we're talking about the weekdays.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So it won't let us reconnect to the same one?
Does not look like it.
Dude, what do I need to say on this chat?
I just chatted on there.
Okay.
Internet. Well, we found one person. Oh, goodness gracious. So, this is what happened. This is what happens when I was right in the middle of bragging about I have not lost connection. But actually, I don't even think I lost connection. My whole YouTube app just crashed. So that was very strange right there. Hopefully y'all all come over and find me. We got 23 people on, but heck, we had 100 and something on right there.
We did.
Maybe everybody will come over. Let me see if I can get this pulled up and get back on the chat here.
Just as we were talking about the
Jinx myself.
The boost.
Well, it wasn't the signal problem. My app actually crashed.
Have you updated your app lately?
Maybe not.
I told you about that.
Hey. Oh goodness. Well, let me find the live stream, y'all, and we'll get to chatting with you. Where is it at? My goodness. Y'all bear with me. Sorry. Frustrating. I think I found it.
Are you just trying to pull the chat up?
Yeah, I was trying to pull everybody back up. So, yeah. All right. So, yeah, looks like we've probably lost about 80 people. Hopefully they jump over and find us. Man, karma, I guess, or no, not karma. Right in the middle of talking about how good internet here is and no issues. And really the internet didn't crash. My whole YouTube app just crashed, completely closed out. So that has never happened before. I will definitely be updating that. So I can't even remember what we were talking about now.
The boost.
Yeah, that's right, the wee boost. But we'll talk about something else. All right, well, we got Chuck that just jumped on and found us, said he's over in Live Oak, know Live Oak very well. Actually, I used to have a business over there, car stereo shop, for quite a few years. So you may have known me back then, back in the day. Oh, let's see here. Mark says, went from 105 attendees to 6. Yeah, tell me about it. But I do see 44 people have found us and jumped back on. So, so goes life, rural country living, lack of internet, and trying to do everything over hotspot and a cell phone. What can you do? We'll make the best of it. Appreciate everybody that was listening to us. Hopefully everybody finds us again, but hey, that's the way it goes. Let's see here. Dina says, what breed of horse would you like to get?
Oh, me?
Yeah. Well, not me. My horse is John Deere and everything else.
I love a gaited horse, so anything like a Tennessee Walker or a Paso, that's something I really want. Those rough riding horses that I had in the past that bucked me off and that were, just real rough. I want something a little bit more smooth riding and just easy going. So. AKA
expensive. She wants an expensive horse. But I can't say a whole lot, can I? A lot of y'all probably stumbled across the channel and looked around going, man, this guy's got a lot of toys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't say a whole lot about the horses. So those will definitely be coming, and I'm just going to have to bite my tongue. See, we had Outside with Shab just jumped on. Hello, brother. Appreciate you joining. And again, sorry, everybody, for the app crashing there and having to start a whole new live stream. Very frustrating, but if there's one thing I found out about live streams, they are extremely unpredictable. You don't ever know what's going to happen.
I'm actually trying to find it right now. I don't know where it's at on here.
Just click on the Kelleys and maybe it'll pop up. Took me a second to find it so I could pull up all the comments here. So we'll get back to reading some. Excuse me. Dina said beautiful, her uncle had a Tennessee Walker. So, yep. And we actually have, not too far from us, there's Pasofina horse farm around here. I think they're gated as well, but she's dead set on a Tennessee Walker, I do believe.
Yeah, the Pasos are a little bit more, they have a little bit more personality and sensitive, so more expensive too.
Oh, nope. We don't want a Paso then. All right, the Family Farm Homestead just jumped on. Appreciate you joining our second live stream for the day. We're doing the best we can here, having technical difficulties. And Sharon says, just missed it. What kind of work do I do? Well, believe it or not, I'm not sure if you watched the video today, but before, just a few months ago, I spent almost 10 years at a pulp and paper mill. It was probably the best paying job for the area. It's kind of the, we're out in the middle of nowhere. So when you're young, you're either going to grow up and get a specific degree, or you're going to dream about going to work at this paper mill because it's the best paying thing around. Well, long story short, I got on with them about 10 years ago and kind of worked my way up through. And right before I decided to leave to pursue YouTube full time, I was a manager over 3 departments. Over the wood yard where we brought in all the timber and chipped that up. There was a department that would actually digest those chips and break down the pulp fibers. And then the next department would kind of screen it out and get everything nice and clean. When most people think of a paper mill, they're thinking, oh, we made like copy paper. No, we would make gigantic, like 10 and 20 ton rolls of pulp that would then go off to a customer, and they would either dissolve it or break it down and use it in everything under the sun, from clothing to tire cord to filter material for oil filters to makeup, liquid, LCD TVs. There's a layer of that in there. It just goes in everything imaginable, hot dog casings, you name it. So that's what I did. But around October, we made the decision for me to step away and leave the mill because I had such a burning desire to do YouTube. I couldn't shake it no more. It just felt right. And it was crazy because at the time, I think I had maybe 3,000 or 4,000 subscribers, maybe 3. Was not making a full-time income. I'm still not making a full-time income, nowhere near it. But we had saved and built up money for a house and kind of set ourselves up financially that we determined that I could take a certain amount of risk stepping away from the job, as long as Tiffany was working, and try to really pursue this. I figured, hey, if I'm going at this full-time producing as much content as I can, I've got a better chance of making it than being a weekend warrior and posting 1 or 2 videos here. I don't know if y'all watched Daniel's video yesterday where he hit 500,000 subscribers, but what he discussed was consistency is key. It is. I am a small fish in a big YouTube ocean right here, and if I don't make something consistent or memorable, we're just going to go find another channel to watch. So I kind of noticed that early on, decided to take a gigantic risk, leave that job, and this is what I do now, along with being a house builder. So you're about to see a lot of me doing that. That was the other reason for me stepping away from the job as well. I knew that I was going to attempt to build the majority of the house myself, which saved a tremendous amount of money and could help offset the income that I left. Because our ultimate plan here is we're going to try as hard as we can, but things are extremely high right now. We were trying to pay full cash for our house and be as close to debt free as we can here in just a few years, property and all. And we have been working very, very hard the last 7 years, not buying new vehicles. We don't have children. I'm sure that's going to be a common question on the channel.
Already asked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we're trying our best to completely change our lifestyle and be as debt free as possible and relax and breathe and make this place work for us a little. And thank the good Lord, YouTube, which I didn't even realize way back then, is an awesome way to potentially earn an extra revenue stream. That's why y'all see me build fire pits and do firewood and dabble in a little bit of everything. I love doing it. I love making the content, but it also brings in a side income as well. So I guess back to one of the questions, do we have children? No, we do not. We're open and honest. We'll talk about everything. Had some complications many years ago. Tiffany had to have multiple surgeries, and the children thing was completely taken off the table. And that's okay. We're okay with that. If we'd had children, great. We don't, that's fine. I can buy tractors and she can get horses, things like that, and we have Bullet. But that was just taken off the table. And it's okay. Things happen in life, complications happen, and like I said, I know that's going to be a common question on the channel. It wasn't that we chose absolutely not to. The decision was kind of made for us. I know everybody's going to say there's adoption and other things, but it just hasn't really been put on our heart for that. I think we have a special life and things in mind and plans that I think are developing now that it works. And I think obviously we were put together for a reason. So I guess we might talk a little bit more about us. I'll try to catch some of these questions, but we've been together, 17 years. I was close. I was going to say 16, 17. And how long we've been married?
How long have we been married?
Let's think about this. It's 2007, so this will be 14 years. 14 years.
Yes. The end of this year.
Yes.
We're going on 14.
Going on 14.
Feels like 40.
Yeah, feels like 40. All right, whatever. So we're here. We've made it. She is a tough woman to put up with me. I am truly blessed that she is willing to let me walk away from a job and attempt to make a go at this lifestyle. So thank you, and thank y'all for being a part of this. So let me catch some more of these questions. I know they've been flying by, and I haven't caught any. So Sandra says it's great to be debt free. We are working very hard to fill that. We have the reason this property is 7 years old and we're just now building the houses because we've truly been trying to pay for everything as we go, from the shop that we're in now to the pole barn. We've had some setbacks along the way. The tornado, for example, really set us back. So we've been trying our best to pay out of pocket. And that was one good thing about the last job I had. Worked a tremendous amount of overtime, whether I wanted to or not. I'm talking thousands of hours of overtime over the years that I was out there. And all that grinding and working shift work and that time and 12 and 16 hour shifts. It was for a reason. It was a stepping stone, is the way I look at it. And it's why we have what we have. So we're still thankful for that part of our life as well. But very excited about YouTube. Very, very excited about it. Who wouldn't be? Being able to kind of work from home, share our life, and potentially one day make an income at it. Extremely excited about it. So thank y'all for being a part of it. Let's see here. Sherry just jumped on, says hello, came here. Thanks to Arms family. We appreciate that, and we definitely appreciate Arms and what they did. Daniel is just an amazing person, so I'm so happy he brought all of y'all to us. So really looking forward to sharing our life with you. Thank you so much for that. See, Jesse says, I'm rooting for you guys. My wife and I just bought 8 acres in northern Michigan and are building a pole barn house as well. That's awesome. So excited to see what you do. I'm starting to see that in a lot of the comments I grabbed today. There's a lot of people with interest in pole barn house. So we are very excited to share it with you. We're going to be open and honest about it. There's already things that I can tell you now. I wish I had done different, and things I'm super excited about. And we'll be very open the entire, on the entire process, the build, the financials, everything with you. So if some of y'all are dreaming about doing that down the road, like I said, y'all can learn from our mistakes or do some of the things that work for us, and maybe we can give you a general idea of what you can expect. So really excited about the house build. Sounds like a lot of y'all are as well. So Claire just says your numbers are climbing. Excited for you guys. I've watched 4 videos so far. Yes, they are. Literally, it looks like by tonight or tomorrow, we will have gained 50% of the subscribers that we had yesterday morning. So Claire, thank you so much for viewing the videos. Awesome. Thank y'all so much for coming over. I'm still smiling. It's going to be a permanent smile now. My cheeks are going to hurt. Ever since last night, it's been awesome. Whenever I found out yesterday afternoon at that cookout, I went outside for like 2 hours, pacing, burning a hole in the yard.
I know. I was like, what?
Everybody come outside like so concerned. I'm on the phone. I'm talking with Daniel. I'm excited. I'm trying to respond to some comments. Everybody's coming outside like, what is going on? And I was elated. It was awesome. I was on cloud 9. I'm telling you, I walked 5 miles in a 5-foot spot, pacing. So this is exciting, and hopefully y'all can see that. And again, thank y'all for coming along on the journey. Let's see here. On the Fly just jumped on, says, love your videos. Keep up the great work. He also started his own YouTube channel. Best of luck. He says, you've inspired, if we've inspired you, that's awesome, man. So I'm assuming, I haven't got to check out a lot of these people's channels right here, but I'm assuming On the Fly, you're probably a fishing channel. We have one as well. So best of luck to you there.
Somebody noticed the dump trailer back there.
Oh yes, the dump trailer, which again, to all the new subscribers, the dump trailer is kind of a going thing on the channel. Not mine, that's a contractor. It's something I've been dreaming about and wanting to dump trailer, so it's a weekly joke. If everybody's wondering why the heck these people keep talking about a dump trailer. Yep, Tyler Guthrie. Max says that him and his wife have been together for 33 years now, 5 boys and 1 granddaughter. Life's been good. That's awesome. Nowadays, that's awesome when people can stay together that long. If she's tough, if she can tough it out with me, I'll keep her around for 33 years too.
You'll keep me around.
We've made it this far. We might as well just stick together. Oh goodness. And Ed asked, do we have more cement coming tomorrow? No, we do not. All that dirt back there, you can see that is super bright on camera. That's our fill dirt. And we cannot start filling the pad in until the workers are done, probably midweek. They're gonna go ahead and put the whole barn itself up, as in the roof and structure. Then you just have post and a roof. We'll go in and lay the pad then, dig the footers, and then we've got to get plumbing done. I have to do a termite treatment, and then I have to get an inspection. So it's realistically going to be probably a week and a half from now before the cement will come and we'll pour the slab. At that point, it's going to get really exciting. I can get all the big trucks and equipment out of here, the ruts filled in, the yard back looking good, and then it's me going in, raising walls, and kind of starting the framing process of the house. So I think in a week and a half, things are going to look completely different around here. And like I said, we're going to bring y'all along for that. Probably later this week, once the roof's up, we'll go over the house plans, walk y'all through the roof and poles. Then, like I said, it should be very easy to visualize what we're talking about, and we'll give you the what do they call that? The $2 tour or 2-cent tour or whatever the heck it is.
I don't know.
She doesn't have a clue. We'll give you the tour. I can't remember the old saying. Oh, let's see here. Solo Asylum says at 50,000 subs, Dump Trailer's coming, a new one. Maybe so. Maybe so. We'll see if we can reward ourselves if we ever hit that 50,000 subs. So.
Well, we have the fun going. So.
Hey, goodness. All right, W5 family just jumped on, says enjoy the channel. Thank you so much for coming on and chatting with us. And J&B Lawn Care says can't wait to see the layout of the house. And there's Logan. He sent us some stuff in the mail there. Some of those cups and all should be next week, he says. So looking forward to that. Appreciate you sending that to us. And New Start Home says, want to catch up on your videos. It might take some time because you've been busy. Yes, I have. I've been working hard. I think we're somewhere around 280 videos. And here lately, I've had enough content that I've been trying to post daily. It's a grind to post daily, no doubt about that. I'm up editing late and a lot. But typically, the videos you are watching are 1, 2, maybe sometimes 3 days behind. But today's video, for example, we got up early this morning, really wanted to get that thank you out to all of y'all and to Daniel, and I hustled to get it edited and out today. But tomorrow will be some tractor work, moving some dirt around and kind of getting things cleaned up around the property and around the house, and we'll kind of see what next week brings. Again, the house tour, I've got to work on that storm shelter some, if any of y'all seen that. Storm season is upon us, so I want to get that finished up. And got to build those fire pits we were just talking about. So there's going to be a bunch of random videos this week. Obviously, getting the roof on the barn or house is going to be a big video as well that I'll be getting out toward the end of the week. I've got to take a drink again real quick. I am dry. I've never done so much talking in my life. See, Kevin says we need to find a dump trailer company to sponsor us. That would be great. Work on that for me. Daryl says he's got to go. Appreciate you stopping by and chatting with us. Thank you so much. Team Danzer just jumped on and says hello. Appreciate you stopping by. And Mark B says we're knocking it out of the park. Big busy turnaround and time to work on dinner. Have a great evening, y'all. Appreciate you stopping by and chatting with us, Mark. Thank you so much.
I've seen a question that somebody's asked a couple times.
Yes,
now.
and I apologize. I'm not doing good at catching all the questions, so keep asking it over. Eventually,
and
I'll stumble
pops up
across
on my phone briefly and then goes away.
Okay.
Somebody's asking, what is my favorite recipe to cook? I think I've seen that a couple times. I mean, I cook so many different things. I get bored with the same old, recipes and just the easy taco stuff. But I think one of my favorite ones lately that I've been working on to kind of like fine tune is my chicken marsala.
Oh, my favorite. I love chicken marsala.
We both love Italian. We don't eat it too often because of the noodles and all that, but I've really found, just tried to find a good recipe that I could get something similar to like Carrabba's or just a real authentic Italian marsala sauce. I use now a good marsala one that I found and all that. So that's my favorite right now.
We didn't get this figure by just eating out of the garden now. So, and she makes a killer chicken parmesan too. So.
Oh yeah, the chicken parmesan's really good. That's his favorite.
That is my favorite.
Yeah.
I love chicken parm. So we're big Mexican food, Italian food, and of course growing up in the South, anything country cooking I love. From mashed potatoes and gravy to sweet corn to squash and zucchini. She makes a fantastic squash and zucchini casserole. We recorded that on the channel too if y'all want to check it out.
Speaking of that, we got to get to cooking because we got to refill that freezer.
It'll be here before you know it. We got to clear the freezer out because we start planting the garden this week. So yes, we've got to get in gear on that. See, Wood Ducks says good evening, y'all. Sounds like got a lot of videos to catch up on. Been cutting firewood all weekend. Well, cutting firewood all weekend sounds fun. I appreciate you, chatting with us, Sarah. Thank you so much for that. And see here, Laura just says Daniel sent you, so appreciate that. Thank you for coming. And looks like from what is that, Dubec, Louisiana, if I'm saying that correctly. So thank you for chatting with us. And there's another one that says, Tiffany, do you put your skills on the channel? Probably cooking skills.
A little bit here and there, yes. I mean, I don't feel like I'm the greatest cook or anything like that, but you know, we incorporate it with the fishing and our vegetables and everything that we grow. So I mean, I do a little bit here and there.
Yeah. So, and we may include more of that.
I'm good at the chipper.
Yeah, she likes running the chipper. Speaking of, we have just made a chipper video. I've got to edit it and get that out the next couple of days. So she got out working with me. If y'all watched the video earlier today, a lot of people thought I was talking about cutting down that big oak tree.
Oh gosh.
No. We've got an oak tree out there that's somewhere around 210 years old, gorgeous, but it has a lot of scrub brush on it. And right now we're going through clearing all that out because that is going to be our back porch view from the house over there. We want to be able to see underneath that big, beautiful oak tree. So we're clearing it out. We'll have that video out in a couple of days. We did some work there, and we just want to be able to look out across the pasture, see the animals. And this tree is so beautiful. I can envision a swing or something underneath it one day, but it's just going to make an awesome view for the backyard. We're really excited about that. So another one of our many 500 projects that we have going on. Any other questions that you see that were constant, or?
I don't know.
All right, let's see here. We have quite a few more people that saying Daniel sent y'all. So thank y'all so much for joining. We truly appreciate it. And there you go. The trick to a good marsala sauce is triple the butter. Oh, now you're talking my language. And he says he worked at Carrabba's for a few minutes there.
Oh, can you give me that recipe?
Yeah. Our emails in the description.
Yes, email me the I haven't quite mastered it, but
anybody work at
I'm
Texas
trying.
Roadhouse? Because we need the that one sauce.
The kebab sauce.
The kebab sauce. We need to know that one too. So we can barter. We can send y'all like some vegetables or something.
On the down low.
All right. GFP fan says congrats and best wishes. Thank you for sharing your journey. Thank you so much. We truly appreciate it and appreciate you being a part of it. Like I said, hopefully we'll make it entertaining enough that I want to continue to watch the channel. So thank you. And Dina says that she is looking forward to getting to know you. So we will have to get her on the channel more. Her work has been quite busy here lately, which is a great thing, but we got to get her on the channel more.
And I know I'm not on there much, but I'm behind the scenes just
She
trying
is.
to keep the chores up. I work very long hours. I'm a physical therapist assistant. I do home care. So not only am I seeing patients, I'm making phone calls in the evening, doing paperwork until almost bedtime. So it's just very long hours.
Yep, but we're very thankful for that too, because last year COVID kind of hit us pretty hard and hit her job extremely hard. So we're thankful that it's finally kind of picked back up. Couldn't have worked out any better with me stepping away from a career and really not making a whole lot of nothing. So, you know, like I said, good Lord's been looking out for us. Things have just kind of flip-flopped and worked out just like they should. So it's just could have been so much of a worse process. So things keep working out. Like I said, the Daniel thing just kind of makes it feel right. So appreciate y'all. I know I've said that a lot. Thank y'all so much. I'm still grinning ear to ear.
Wood Duck said hi too earlier.
Okay, yeah, and I think he just had to step off. And J&B and Lawn Care says our fire is getting mighty low.
I know. I'm looking at it back there. It's a little wet, I think, or something.
Huh?
Yeah, it's a little moist.
Well, sadly we're burning green wood now because we've had a real winter for once, and we run out of dry wood. You can throw some more in there. It eventually burn up. Let's see here. Sent by Arms Family Homestead, says Robert, and saw you build the ice maker. Great, awesome. You might have just heard it drop some ice behind you. The second ice maker just dropped off. So I'm excited about that thing. I love building stuff like that. That really excites me. Save a pile of money and kind of get something that should function. Let's see here. Woody says awesome fire in the background. That's typically how we do these every week. Now we're in Florida, so once it gets 95 or 100 degrees, we're probably not going to have fire in the background. We'll be in here mosquito spraying ourselves, trying to keep the bugs off of us while we chat with you. But while it's still winter and feels good, it's actually a nice cool breeze this afternoon. A fire is perfect. This is what we do every single evening. Like I've done mention 100 times tonight, that is our TV. We'd much rather have a conversation about our day around that and talk with each other than we would go in there and get lost in some junk TV show. So we love our fires. Good conversation piece. Colleen says, so happy for you too. Love the show. Thank you so much for that. Again, we truly do appreciate the support. Outdoors with this guy says, need some more 462 videos. He's a Husqvarna guy, but maybe looking to steal this fall. That's a new chainsaw that I just got that I absolutely love. It's my dream chainsaw. And I do have some more firewood down there waiting to be cut up right now. So we'll try to knock out a couple firewood videos this week too. I have got to continue to rack that up for next year. Sandra's asking, where in Florida are we? We're kind of out in the middle of nowhere. I'd say probably a good reference for you is we are 30 miles east of Tallahassee. Just kind of out in the woods, just the way we want it. Really no town near us, no good reference point, but 30 miles east of Tallahassee. We love the area. It's got some nice rolling hills in it, and just a gorgeous piece of property. We need to tell y'all the story about how we got the property one day too. It's kind of a long story as well, but again, another one of these moments we feel blessed, feel like it was absolutely meant to be, and we're here for a reason. So thank you for the question. And Big Wave Florida says, well said, a good fire is always soothing. Absolutely. Nothing more relaxing than listen to the crackle and pop of fire and feeling the warmth.
And I have a project for you.
Uh-oh.
I need a long-handled
Yep.
fire
Poker. Yep.
grabber,
Yep.
whatever.
Yep. Because that's such a huge fire pit. It doesn't look like it on camera. Gigantic fire pit. We have a little old tongue that
It's
come
for
out
like
of one of
a
those.
fireplace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, no, it come out of one of the big box fire pits that
okay.
rusted in 1 year. So I've got to build us a nice big one because we're always burning and singeing our hair off. All right, Bubba Jones, thank you so much. Just made a donation for us.
Thank you.
And he says he, for one, cannot wait for the gardening videos. Thank you so much, because I'm excited about gardening videos too, and I'm looking forward to sharing those with you. But we truly do appreciate the donation. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Excuse me. See here, Jesse says, I really want to follow in our footsteps and start a YouTube channel. What suggestions do you have for equipment, video, and audio to start out with? I'm perfectly honest with you. Just start with a GoPro. A GoPro 7 and up. They have good audio. That's pretty much all I record with. They have a good field of view so they can capture a lot of stuff until you can get you a nicer camera and really zoom in. The software is good. I've had great luck with them. You can knock them over. You can put them out here in the rain. Like I left one recording the other night, just getting some star shots, recording for.
What was that, by the way?
It was pretty good.
Was it?
Yeah, we'll post that. But the new ones have some nice features where you can just time lapse and record the stars going by all night long. But I love GoPros.
Don't you have everything in the Amazon cart?
Actually, I do. So something worth mentioning, in the description of every single one of our videos, we do have an Amazon store. It's an affiliate link, doesn't cost y'all a dime extra, but if you're ever curious about anything that we use on the channel, from recording equipment to something you see me use in the background, it is always on there. Or don't hesitate to drop me a comment and ask if you're interested in something like maybe my camera equipment. But best of luck to you, Jesse. Start it. I mean, I started YouTube as a hobby, and it still kind of is right now. It's definitely not a full-time income, but we're working toward it. I'm grinding as hard as I can. And I say go for a GoPro. They're excellent. Can take the abuse, and eventually you can work your way up to a DSLR or a real nice camera, which is probably where I'll be heading next. Especially if we were to get into more cooking videos, I would really like to have something that could kind of zoom in, but that may be after the house is done. Yeah. Let's see here. Yep, here we go. Cash says Tiffany needs a fire poker and Andrew needs a dump trailer. I 100% agree.
That comparison just does not add up.
Yeah, it might not be a very good comparison.
Find something else, Kat.
Oh, goodness. And Sandra said she was born and raised in Boynton Beach. That's awesome. Definitely have heard of Boynton Beach, being from Florida my entire life. Logan's talking about turkey hunting coming up. Yes, this country boy is very excited about turkey season, but I'm really very excited about getting on the water and getting on the boat. We need some suntans bad. And let's see here. Solo Silence says, Tiffany, your husband said I couldn't have the fish taco recipe, so I have to go around him. Yeah, he asked for that earlier. I said I can't give up that fish taco recipe. Oh,
I'll
goodness.
give it to you.
All right. Well, there you go. You got it. Maybe we'll cook fish tacos on the channel again here before long as
We're
well.
gonna try out those new taco trays.
All right. See, GFP fan says, did you say your dog's name is Bullet? That's exactly right. Whenever we kind of rescued him and got him whenever he was really about the same size he is now. He's always been tiny.
Yeah.
He was hyper, shooting everywhere, just shooting off like a bullet. And actually the place we adopted him from already had named him Bullet, and it seemed to fit because he was wiry, hyper. So
Very perfect.
Yep, we just left it. So that was the name he had when we adopted him, and we have kept it. Now we want to call him Sleepy because that's all he wants to do. Yeah, or Buzzard, because anything,
Eats anything.
anything from a
Everything.
flower to things we won't even talk about, he would love to eat. And he will eat. Crazy dog. Oh, let's see here. Love the fire pit, says Randy. Thank you so much. That is a heavy duty fire pit. 3/8 inch thick steel cut out of a industrial grade propane tank. Excuse me. I build those on the channel as well. Actually, that's the first one I ever made, so I'm kind of getting a little better and cleaner at them. But that one right there should last us our lifetime.
And it eats wood.
It does eat wood because it's huge. Actually, I kind of prefer the smaller, like 32-inch models, because you get a lot of heat off those without burning through a cord of wood a night, it seems like.
Yeah, we may have to build a smaller one and then only use that when we have more company. That way.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll build another one a little bit later. And Logan says we need a Jack Russell. Had one when I was a kid. Probably one of my favorite dogs. I called him Rambo. And actually, he got bit by a rattlesnake. Yeah, that's the only dog I've ever lost to a snake. But I love that little dog. Jack Russells, though, woo, they can be mighty hyper too. But those are smart little dogs. We eventually will be getting a farm dog is what I'm going to call it. I'm kind of really thinking I want a lab. I've kind of always wanted a lab. So you may see us eventually wind up with one around here. Right now I have so much going on. I don't know if I have the time for a dog just yet, but once we get animals, chickens, and a few other things around here, we live out in the country and there's a lot of predators here. So I'm going to need some sort of farm dog that'll bark and kind of keep things around out of the yard. Golden Retrievers, that's a good option too. And Harrison says you can never go wrong with a lab. That's kind of how I feel myself. Kind of always dreamed about having one. I think that's what I'm going to go with. That, or I kind of like rat terriers for some reason. I don't know, I kind of like the way those little dogs look. I just don't want a big dog, so I would like to find a medium-sized lab or smaller. I don't want no gigantic dog. Oh, let's see here. J&B Lawn Care says he has 2 dogs that he'll give me. No, thank you. Don't have time for 2 dogs right now. And Sarah says it's not nice to meet us. She's from Ohio, and her husband and I plan on homesteading in a few years. Watch all I can about it. Isn't that the great thing about YouTube? I watched YouTube for years before we bought this property. I still watch YouTube constantly. It's an awesome place to dream, to learn, to get excited, and basically to live vicariously through somebody else. I love that about YouTube. So hopefully you enjoy our channel. I hope it excites you, gives you ideas for your homestead, and don't quit dreaming, go get it, because we are finally living our dream and still developing it. So I love hearing stories like that where people are watching, getting excited, because I've been there and I'm still there. I watch for all the same reasons y'all do, to kind of motivate and just enjoy it. And let's see here. A lot of dog suggestions. I see that. And rat terriers are awesome. That's what we have. His name's Bandit. I'm kind of on the fence about a rat terrier versus lab. I don't know why I like the little things. Excuse me. Sorry, I've been talking so much. See, Gerald says great subliminal background picture above your head for the wife to imprint on dump trailer as she watches the video screen. It's exactly right.
That's as close as he's gonna get.
Hey, if it makes y'all feel better, my contractor did offer to let me use it the other day. So, gee, thanks. Carrie just jumped on, says hello from Oregon. Thank you so much for jumping on and chatting with us. And Old Timer says, any plan of upgrades for my John Deere 4066 tractor? No, other than eventually, whenever I bought it, it was on the lot because they had a huge wait time on ordering one from the factory. I don't have a third function valve to add a grapple down the road. That's probably the only upgrade I can think of doing right now is adding that third SCV, because eventually, yes, I absolutely want to get a grapple for that tractor. So I'd say that'd be it. That's nothing I'm going to do immediately unless somebody offers me a free grapple. Then, yeah, I'd jump right on the hydraulics. And says everyone loves dogs. Bullet could be your channel mascot. He could. He's a cute little dog. I'll give him that. And smart as can be. That dog is smart. He knows exactly what you're saying. Just about any word in English, he knows. Robert says he has to jump off. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much for chatting with us. And greetings from Poland. Wow. Thank you so much. All the way across the pond over there. So thank you. That's awesome that you jumped on from Poland to chat with us. Ask any questions that you might have. And let's see here. Cash says, Miss Tiffany already bought you a dump trailer. Oh, yes. All the new subscribers, if you go back and watch one of our older live streams, you'll get a good laugh out of that. Excuse me. Carrie says, I'm going to learn a lot from you too. I'm hoping anyways. I hope you do as well. You both are a sweet couple. Cannot wait to see the progress of Barnhouse, and that is what she wants as well. So awesome. Hopefully, that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to motivate, entertain, educate, all wrapped up in one video. But I have a feeling if you watch this house build, again, as open and transparent as we're going to be, you're going to learn something without a doubt. And it may be that you learn that you absolutely don't want to do one. We'll see how the whole build process goes. But thank you so much for watching and supporting us. And we'll get you plenty of house videos, I promise. See here, Sarah says, what kind of animals y'all plan on getting? That's a great question. And Bullet's super cute. Saw your tornado video. Glad y'all were safe through all that. Thank you so much. We, by the grace of God, we made it through that tornado unscathed. I'm talking a totaled camper, tractor equipment flipped over in a barn, all went down around me, not a scratch on me. So very blessed for that. It was a wake-up call for sure, no doubt. In Florida, you think of hurricanes and hurricanes only. You don't think of tornadoes around here. Well, while we get them, actually we get more than any other state, it's usually the weak little small ones, and you just kind of don't think about them. So that was an eye-opening experience for us. But back to the animals, probably the first animals we're planning on getting, I am excited about and want chickens bad. I think we both kind of want some chickens. They're fun to watch run around. They give you eggs, so I think it'll be a good first starter farm animal for us. Eventually, we want to get a couple cows out in the field, so we can kind of provide our own meat every year, maybe do little halves with another family. That's a kind of a popular option around here. A couple of horses, well, one horse. We're still negotiating on that.
I can't ride by myself.
I can ride on the Polaris Ranger right beside you.
I'm gonna have people coming over, ride with me.
So eventually, a horse or two, we'll get that figured out. And after watching Arm's family for quite a while, I think we both want goats.
Yes, I love goats.
Oh, goats. Gosh. So I think we're going to do some goats as well.
Yeah.
That's probably where we will stop.
Yeah, we don't have too much room.
Yeah, well, we kind of do. We just would have to go make some room elsewhere. But I think that'll be enough animals to get us started. We're very excited about that. So, like I said, most likely start with the chickens, and then we've got a lot of fencing to do before we can get the rest of all the other animals that we mentioned. But it'll be a work in progress. Right now, we need to get a roof over our head and get a house. That's going to be the first
Somebody's
priority.
asking where we're living at now, and we're in a camper. Did you already say that?
I did earlier,
Okay.
but I think that's probably when we got cut off the last live stream. Sorry about that. But currently, right now, we're living in a barn next door. I think I'll show that off when I do the property tour this week. And we're living in a pull-behind camper full-time. Have been for a year and a half. We haven't killed each other yet.
A little over a year and a half, but yeah.
Yeah, there's a little over a year and a half. She's got it down to the day, second, hour.
I'm gonna have to count it up later.
Yeah, camper bathrooms are getting old. Now we were in a fifth wheel for a while. That was very nice.
That made it a little bit more comfortable.
It did. Big corner shower and fold out couches and all that was nice.
Yeah.
But again, honestly, we're outside every night, and I'm about to give you all a tour of a room that I built inside of our shop here, where we have washer dryer, huge stainless sink. We actually cook out here, so that makes camper living very tolerable for us because we do everything outside. All we do is go in the camper to sleep and shower. That's literally it. But that's where we're staying for now. We get this house built, and we'll sell the camper and get it out from underneath the barn and go on about our merry way. See here. The family farm homestead said the biggest problem with horses is they eat like a horse. I agree. Need constant shots and everything else, but I can't say a whole lot. I've got plenty of equipment and other things around here.
I have waited many years to have what I wanted, so.
Yeah. Sarah says baby goats are great. That's what I like, the little baby ones that are jumping around and acting all crazy and wild. So I'm looking forward to some goats. I think they're going to be great entertainment for us. And there's actually a market for goats around here as well. This is going to be very hard for this lady right here, but if we're going to have animals, they need to kind of give something back. I mean, that's the way a farm works. The horse is going to be the one thing that's going to eat us out of house and home, but the goats and other things, they're going to have to be an animal that we turn over or use, but we'll cross that road when we get there. But
just don't tell me about it.
We'll see. We'll probably wind up with 500 pets. I can already see it. If Chris is still on here, he knows the feeling. All right, so Cash asked, how's the ice machine working out? Awesome. So since I built my homemade ice machine, hopefully you'll watch that video because I'm kind of proud of that. Always wanted a commercial ice maker. I just like keeping money in the bank. I don't want to spend $2,000 to $3,000 on an ice maker. So made a homemade one for 300 something bucks with 2 ice makers in a deep freezer. Works great. We probably scooped 20 plus pounds of ice out of it last night. and put into a cooler and went to a cookout. And there's still probably another 30 plus pounds of ice in there, and it's making it constantly. It keeps dropping as I'm talking to y'all. So working out great. Very excited about that. Always dreamed about having an ice machine. So that's awesome. Let's see here. Sarah says, right, house first for sure. And what is the worst predator we have here? Never have seen Florida homestead. Sorry, lots of new questions. No, that's what this live stream is for. It's for y'all to ask any questions you like. So believe it or not, we have a tremendous amount of predators here, and people may not think of it being Florida, but we have a pretty significant coyote problem. We've actually had to work on those a lot because a lot of our resident animals, deer and everything, we're going, we're getting killed when we first got the property. And I mean, that's a whole nother story. I do hunt and fish, but I try to take care of those animals and honestly farm wild animals whenever you look at it with food plots for our own consumption. But we are having a bad coyote problem. We have bobcats. There's even rumored of some panthers around here, although I've yet to see any on the property. And believe it or not, we have a lot of bears. I mean, a lot of bears. People don't think about that one in Florida, but black bears are very prevalent in this area. I have probably got thousands of pictures of bears in the 7 years that we've owned the property here on game cameras. And I've included some of those pictures on some of the videos. I don't know that I have a whole lot saved, and I don't have any cameras out right now because hunting season's over. But I do like to put cameras out and randomly put those pictures in some of the videos. You'll see it as you look across the channel, watch some of them. But I mean, we have some bears that are 350, maybe 400 pounds. I've seen pictures of bears just a few miles down the road off a friend's property that I would say 2 different bears, probably 500 pounds, just gigantic. We'll have moms that'll come through with cubs and all now. But the thing about the Florida bears is I've got thousands of pictures of them. I've never seen one in person. They are so elusive. We've literally had pictures of them 100 yards right back here while we were out here making noise, and she just got to walking the dog, and I'll have a picture of them on a game camera. So they are everywhere around here. Somebody get on to you for the fire again?
No.
Oh, okay. So the other big problem that we have predator-wise, hawks. We have tremendously huge hawks here. That's going to be a major problem for my chickens. Raccoons, we have possums, and believe it or not, we have bald eagles here too. There was one in the road the other day eating roadkill whenever I pulled out to go down to a store. So it's going to be really interesting trying to keep chickens around here. I know it's probably almost going to be a lost cause, but I really want to at least try to have chickens. So y'all pray for me on the predator side of things. Let's see here. Logan asked, how long have our family been in Florida? Pretty much, oh my goodness, back many generations, back to great-grandfathers. They started out up in Pinetta. A lot of them moved to Madison. We used to live over in Lafayette County. We kind of all stayed in the north central Florida, but back through great-grandfathers, I know for sure our family has been in the northern part of Florida. Let's see here. Oh, that's another great question. Carrie asked, any alligators and snakes? You don't have none of those? That's right. You must be up north. Oh, cougars. Yeah, so you're in the mountains. Cougars, bears, deer, elk, coyotes, wolves around. Oh, I hate to hear the wolves. Everything I've read is they're really working on a lot of those animals. So let's see here. As far as alligators and snakes, yes, we do have water on the property. I'll be sure to show that off when I do a tour. And it's Florida. We have snakes, and more snakes. The biggest alligator I've ever seen on the property is probably a 4-footer. And they tend to stay way out in the woods. We're actually high on a hill right here. The property has quite a bit of slope for Florida standards before you get down to the water, which is, oh goodness, quarter mile from here. And that's the closest spot that you may or may not spot an alligator, depending on how wet the season is. Snakes, yes, some rattlesnakes around here, not as common as it used to be. Water moccasins is what we have, plenty of, and then your typical oak snakes and black racers, things like that. So it's Florida. I feel like we're Australia number 2. Just about everything here wants to try to kill you. Black-widow spiders everywhere. It's just, oh, we have a lot of yellow flies, mosquitoes. We have it all. Oh, let's see here. So the family farm homesteads just put a wire top on your chicken yard. That's what I'm going to have to do. I've always dreamed of having free-range chickens. I love them for kind of working around the garden and eating bugs, but for everything that I just mentioned, I think my dream of free-range chickens is probably not going to happen. Maybe I could build a chicken tractor or a movable coop or something like that to kind of move them around, but I was hoping for them to go around the yard. There's just no way. Not to mention we have cat lady down the road, and we probably have, I don't know, 40,
We have 2 cat ladies.
40, 50 cats around, and a lot of them that went feral. So I forgot to mention those on my predator list too. We're all the time seeing cats zooming through the yard. So it's going to be interesting. We'll bring you along on that journey as well. Sandra says she doesn't do snakes. Yeah, well,
No, ma'am.
it's Florida. They're here. There's no way around it. Let's see here. Oh, Carrie says, I keep saying she or he. I don't really know. There's no picture there. So, Carrie, I'm thinking with the hunt and all. I assume you're a guy. So, apologize if I offend anybody. But you're saying you're from Oregon. That makes sense with the cougars and everything else that you mentioned there. And Back Creek Cabin said, had 5 bears in his backyard last summer feeding for a couple of hours. So, sounds like you're definitely up north there. Our bears are just really elusive here, but down here we literally have millions of acres of swamp and hardwoods and stuff everywhere. Big timber tracts that are just for harvesting. I think they stay deep in that a lot, but they're very elusive. Now you get down in South Florida and a few other places where you get the trash can bears that run around neighborhoods, you can see those quite often. Dinas says, are you planning on to build a chicken coop, put wire small enough to keep the raccoons from pulling the chickens through? Yep, and other piece of advice I constantly have been hearing is actually dig the ground up about a foot around the edge of the chicken coop and lay the wire way down in there so foxes, I forgot to mention, we have plenty of foxes too, and other critters can't climb or crawl or burrow underneath the fence. So that's something we're going to have to definitely make it fortified, no doubt about that. Let's see here. Matt says no snakes for him. Huh?
Let's see here.
Huh?
Let's see here.
Oh, sorry. She's getting on to me. I keep repeating myself. Let's see here. I'm doing the best I can with this live stream.
You told me to remind you.
And Carrie says, I'm a girl, no worries. I'll do my best to remember that. There's a lot of new faces and people here that I kind of have to learn where everybody's from and gender and everything else. Just kind of the way these live streams go. A lot of people don't have picture icons right there that I can see. Just stumbled upon RV Eventuals says, do we have any coyotes? Absolutely. Not sure if you heard a minute ago, but we've had a very bad problem with coyotes when we first got the property. We were finding dead animals, deer, stuff everywhere, even caught coyotes in the act a few times. Kind of worked on them, and if you know what that means, for a couple years, and we didn't really have much of a coyote problem. Now we're starting to hear over the last few weeks and couple months, big packs running around, howling.
Well, we had one in the backyard the other night.
Yes, actually, we had to dispatch a critter the other night in the yard, went to go take care of it the next morning, and a coyote had come right behind the building that you're in right now, dug a hole and tried to bury that, and it's probably 50 yards behind our camper. Like, these jokers are getting really brave. We don't live in the city or nothing. These country coyotes are not supposed to be coming up this close to us. So
no wild hogs. Somebody just asked us about
wild hogs is another very common question. You think Florida and the swamps I'm talking about, but
they're here. We just not on our property.
You go 10 miles down the road and there's hogs everywhere. It's Florida. However, out of 7 years of owning the property, we've only ever seen a hog one time on our property. And I truly think it's because of all the predators I just mentioned, but it's got to be the bears. That's the only thing I can come up with. The bears are here constantly on a regular basis, and I'm assuming they're keeping the hogs run off because we have prime habitat for hogs. There's swamp on my neighbors. We have a little bit of swamp land. They should absolutely be here, but for some reason they stay pushed just out of this area. And I'm thankful for that because with gardening, the pasture, everything else I do, the last thing I want is a whole herd of hogs in here constantly tearing ground up, tearing my garden up, tearing fences down. They can just be destructive creatures, so I don't want them at all. The bears are already bad enough.
Chris has some good advice about what dog we should get. I'll have to check that out.
Okay, thank you, Chris, for the dog. And they say they have a great Pyrenees. That is extremely common farm dog, from what I hear. I think those are the big white ones that kind of stay out herd, if I'm thinking correctly. Yeah, there's herd dogs that pretty much their job is to stay out there with them. And supposedly they were very protective of animals. So I've heard about that breed a lot. Do we have mountain lions? Bowhunting 101 says, or maybe you're talking to somebody else there. Definitely not mountain lions here, but we do have Florida Panthers, which are essentially a cougar. They try to act like they're absolutely extinct around here, and we don't really have them, but we have them. You'll see them. They're pretty rare, but you'll see them throughout your lifetime, and as you have cameras out. Like I said, it's pretty much just a southern cougar is the way I look at it. Oh, let's see what else we have here for some questions. I don't know. I said let's see again. She's getting on me. It's going to be a bad habit to break. Oh goodness. Let's see. I did it again. Murray Moore just jumped on and says, happy to find you. Already subscribed and from Palatka. Thank you so much for jumping on. My sister actually used to live in Palatka, and I love visiting her down there because she
That's
had.
where we skydived.
Yep, we actually went skydiving in Palatka too for my 21st birthday, I think it was.
21st or 22nd? Maybe it was 21st.
I don't know. Needless to say, my mother loved her. We hadn't been together long, and that was my birthday present to go skydiving. My mom thought
Surprise birthday.
she was crazy. So that was an experience. But yeah, I've been to Palatka. I used to love fishing down there. Great place. Oh, Cash, you're cracking me up. Oh man. Oh, that's a funny comment. Oh my goodness. So Snuff Dipper, I like your name. Just jumped on and said, "How's the ice machine doing?" It's doing great. We scooped our first cooler full of ice out of it last night. It's still over there producing and dropping constantly as we're talking. Very happy with it. It seems to be working great. No leaks, no problem. Both ice makers are producing, so I'm excited about that one. How far from Lake City do you live? Well, we used to live 45 minutes back in our own hometown. What are we now? Hour and a half?
We are about an hour and 50. What it takes me to get there.
Yeah, well, Petey Gonzalez here could get there in, I don't know, 2-3 minutes. It's about 2-3 hours for old man driver here.
Some of my family lives there, so it takes me about an hour and 15.
Okay, hour 15. I guess if we just haul butt down the interstate. Oh goodness gracious! But yeah, she does have family over there. Outdoors, time to break out your rifle to deal with those coyotes. You have a problem with them down here in Central Florida. Yeah, they're definitely going to have to be worked on, especially once we get animals. I'm not going to tolerate losing goats, chickens, and everything else to those creatures right there. They're just vicious. I've seen what they do to our deer, and it's horrific. Really, they don't even finish the carcass off a lot of times. It drives me crazy. I can't stand them. Dinas says, Tiffany, you're making me laugh. How do you try to keep him straight? Love you too already.
Well, it took 17 years to train him this way, so I got to keep him in line.
Well, yeah. We'll see how well that works out. Let's see here. The Family Farm Homestead said they lived in Ellisville for a while. Ellisville, yep. And Cash says Andrew is like a squirrel. What the heck does that mean? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. You're probably about to have something we don't need to discuss here in front of all these new people. Don't do this. Don't embarrass me.
Wow, they're really getting to know us.
Yeah. All the new subscribers are really getting to know us. So I apologize for all the old-time subscribers here. Hopefully we don't run all y'all off. That'd be great. Our channel grows for one day and we run everything back off. Everybody back off. Back to 5,000 subscribers tomorrow.
Stop.
I'm cutting up. We got to have a sense of humor, right? This world is getting way too sensitive. Let's laugh a little, enjoy ourselves. Oh, goodness. She's been good at you quietly. Can tell y'all been together for a while. Yes, because I am extremely patient. I am very patient, but I think they keep seeing your evil eyes look over at me, and you keep kicking me too. What?
I am not.
Yeah. Don't worry. After every live stream, I get schooled on how I said certain things too much, didn't do this, didn't do that. Yet she doesn't really like talking too much on live stream. I would love for you to talk for a little bit. Go ahead, girl. Do your thing. Oh. And Jonathan just jumped on and says, good evening. Any cooking this evening? Apparently, y'all been enjoying that. It's been a common question tonight, but gnats. No cooking tonight. I apologize. We had a very long day today. A lot of stuff that we had to do before the live stream. And we skipped lunch and actually wound up eating just before the live stream came on. So no cooking tonight. We knew that we'd probably have a lot of new subscribers on tonight. I mean, 124 people on right now, 125. That's the most we've ever had on the live stream. So we figured there'd be a lot of chatting, a lot of questions, and
people are disappointed.
Yeah, they're disappointed. So to all the new people, we just randomly, I don't know, 3-4 live streams ago, just started cooking at the end of them and kind of hanging out.
I always wanted to do that from the beginning.
Yeah.
We just were trying to get a feel for, how we're going to do this and all that.
But apparently people like it. I mean, sometimes we're just grilling. You're in the living room with us, over here hanging out. Our future plan, excuse me, a dream that I have that I'm very excited about, and we'll explain this next week or this coming week on the house tour. But we are going to do an outdoor kitchen on the back porch. Again, the majority of our house is porches at 1,300 square feet. Well, again, we're outside people. I can envision us down the road, very excited about trying to set up cameras and eventually getting internet where I could do a laptop and not have to stream over cellular. And I would love, for maybe it is still a Sunday afternoon, that we all hang out and cook on the back porch together and kind of do what we're doing right now. I kind of also envision, I would love to, maybe we put out the week's menu for what we're going to cook Sunday. And if y'all want to turn your tablet and on the kitchen and kind of cook with us, you can already have the ingredients. So
Absolutely.
I envision something like that. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe in the summertime, it's going to be so stinking hot, there won't be a fire. But we'll have a pool. We'll just kind of have a pool party, jump in and, do a little live stream like that. Do a little something different. So we enjoy hanging out with y'all and chatting. I remember the first live stream we did a while back. We were both a little nervous. She was extremely nervous. And when it was over, she was like, that was fun. That was exciting. So getting to laugh with y'all and get to know you, it's awesome because let's face it, y'all are now a big part of our life. We've invited you into our life. You're a huge part of it for the YouTube and for hopefully a potential future and income. So we're thankful for that. And this is just another way we can hang out with you. That's not a boring monotone video of me explaining something and walking off. There's a lot more interaction with the live stream, and I enjoy it. So hopefully y'all do too.
A couple people are asking us about fishing, and so you might want to bring up the other channel again, even though we've already talked about that too. But
Okay. So I'm not sure what the fishing question was. I don't see it here right.
It was briefly on my screen.
Okay. So as far as fishing goes, we love to do it. We do saltwater and freshwater fishing around here. We're blessed to live in an area to where everything's kind of 45 minutes to the coast or anywhere from 5 minutes to 20 minutes, depending on what kind of river we go to. But down in the description of any video on the channel, if you check it out, we have another channel called the Kelley's Outdoors, where we'll do more of our boating experiences, fishing. I do a little bit of hunting. We do wild game cooking over there. And eventually this year, we're going to start doing like some beach trips and some awesome sandbars and places we'd love to carry y'all. I don't know which channel is going to be best to plug that in. Probably this channel. This is kind of more home life, but we'll fill y'all out for that.
Or could we do them on both?
I guess we could.
Yeah.
We'll figure that out. But we want to carry y'all on to some beautiful places that we have down here. It's gorgeous. I always say we live in God's country, but y'all may feel that exactly where you're at. There's some pretty unique and awesome places down here that we want to share with y'all. So really, we could almost use a third channel, our vlogging channel. I don't think I have time for a third channel, but we'll see. We'll bring y'all along with some experiences. I definitely want this channel to be more about the homestead and the property. So we don't want to get it too confusing for y'all, but we'll listen to whatever you say. And okay, so there's Joey Jones. Do I hunt and fish on this channel? Not this one. I do the food plots and tractor work on this one, but that other channel, the Kelley's Outdoors, that's where I do that. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. The reason I separate both the channels is because things have become sensitive nowadays for YouTube standards and just the way a lot of stuff is in life. And the last thing I want to do is potentially compromise this channel with something that could be sensitive subject on the other channel. So I just find it best to keep them separated. Plus, there may be a lot of people here that have zero interest in that, but are more into the homesteading lifestyle. So I just find it better to keep
Different
them
crowds.
Yeah, to keep them separate. That way, I'm not shoving content in someone's face that they're not here to see. They want to see more of the gardening and house building, etc. So I find that it fits better just keeping both channels separate. But we appreciate y'all going over to either one and supporting us if that's something that you're into. So thank you for that. See, Steve says God's country. That's exactly right. That's how I refer to this area.
Hands up.
Where at? Right here?
Yeah.
All right, Cash says, very important question. Have you been noticed out in the public because of YouTube? Yes, we have had some instances. I don't know, one of them you might not be able to speak of because of your job, but you've had a couple of instances.
Oh yeah, EMS. I had to call EMS on one of my patients, and it was a very stressful situation. And then I came home and told Andrew about it because it was such a very shocking and stressful situation. And a few minutes later, he comes outside. He's like, Tiffany, were you nice to that EMS guy? And I was like, well, yeah, why? And he's like, okay, because he just messaged me and said, I think I seen your wife today at an EMS call. And I was like, whew, thank God.
Yep. Yeah. We've had a few instances like that. Like you just walked in the dollar store.
Yeah, I was at the dollar store and somebody said, hey, Miss Kelley. I was like, what?
Who are you?
Okay.
So there has definitely been some of those instances. Probably my other channel, the outdoor channel, even smaller than this one, is where I've been recognized the most because a lot of local kids and all will watch it because they know the area and they love the fishing. And I can't tell you how many grandmothers and mothers and stuff I've ran into, and they're like, "Oh, my grandson or granddaughter or whatever loves your show. Won't miss a single episode. I know you from that." So it's kind of weird in a way, but it's cool too. Yeah, I mean it is cool. I'm definitely no celebrity or nothing like that, but it is weird being recognized. It's just going to happen more and more, especially as we post local content that people recognize, and then we run into the locals around here. So yeah, good question, Cash. Finally.
Finally. Give him a hard time.
Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Do it all. Country says Arms Family Homestead led you here. Thank you so much. We're still on cloud 9 for that. Appreciate you coming by. And out there in Oklahoma, Coyotes are bad, so take those guys out. Yeah, they're not even supposed to be over here on the East Coast, but I forget when that happened decades ago, and they are just running rampant. They're everywhere around here. I get it. They're an animal and they need to survive too, but not at the expense of taking out farm animals once we get them. So we'll deal with that situation when it arises. And too hot down there to be God's country. Oh no. You see some of the cool water that we get to dip into and everything else, you'll understand.
It does get too hot, but
I say it's too cold up north and too much snow to be God's country. That sounds aggravating. Sorry for y'all that live in the snow. Oh, see, Matt Tucker said, if I could deal with the heat, I'd live in Florida in a heartbeat. I get it, trust me. The humidity is crazy high down here, and the summers get ridiculously hot. Tell you what, we're starting to light up like crazy.
Yes.
I'm going to cut off one of these lights.
Thank you, please. Do mine.
Looks like we're getting ready for surgery.
There we go.
How's that?
Much better.
Okay. We were starting to blind y'all with our white faces there. Got lights going. Oh, let's see what else we got here. And Dinas says, Tiffany, you're a celebrity now. That's right. A broke celebrity. Let's see here. Hello from Ohio. Good luck on your channel. Came over to check you out from Arms Family, says Mike. Thank you so much, Mike. We truly appreciate you coming by and chatting with us. We're enjoying hanging out with y'all. Like I've been telling everybody else, it's been exciting all day, and looking forward to getting to know all y'all. Big Wave Florida says the springs are awesome in the summer. Yes, the springs, the rivers, even the Gulf Coast down here, which is the side we're on. I mean, what else could you ask for? We've got water everywhere, and it makes the summer tolerable, and we love it. Again, absolute water babies. That's why we have 2 boats, and that's why I can't complain about a horse. Yes. Oh, yep, Cash, dump trailer, And
I'm saying he needs to get on finding us, some sponsors for that if he just
That's right,
so
Cass.
dedicated
Why don't you
about
work on
this.
getting us a dump trailer sponsor since you're so dedicated to spending our money? Get us a dump trailer sponsor. See, Julie just jumped on and said, Arm sent me to. Do you post on Instagram? I do. I am not very dedicated, to be perfectly honest with you. YouTube takes up so much of my time. That's kind of what I've been dedicated to. We did just start a Facebook, and I've been doing a very good job of posting over there, although I've got to get better. I'm still kind of learning Facebook. I've never really had or used one much. Actually, I've had one forever. I've just never used it. So if you want to check us out, Kelley's Country Life and Kelley's Outdoors on Facebook. Same exact thing for Instagram. I will try to do a better job of posting on both. Tiffany, luckily, is much better at Facebook than me. Excuse me. And she's kind of been helping me out over there. I've been doing more of the video uploading, and sometimes responses may come from either of us, or the likes or thumbs up. So she's kind of helping me manage that side of it, because again, the YouTube is it's quite intense trying to get videos out daily. I may eventually have to get to where it's 2, 3, 4 days a week, but right now, while I have so much content, I really want to get it out, but I'm spending a lot of time editing and producing it. So another one of those. I talked for 5 minutes to answer a very simple question. Yes, I have an Instagram. Check it out. We're both on there. Thank you so much. Sandra says, lived in Florida for most of my life, but moved to Ohio in 2000. Love the changing of the seasons. Man, Ohio. That's actually, I have a sister that lives up in Louisville, so kind of Ohio, kind of Kentucky. beautiful area up there. I absolutely love it too. And really get bad snows depending on where you're at, but like Kentucky, for example, is awesome. It's changing, the seasons are beautiful and not really bad snow. At one point in time, we were dead set that we were going to move to Tennessee, North Carolina, Kentucky. We were really looking at it. And whenever I got that paper mill job that I was talking about earlier, that kind of made us put our roots back down here. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's beautiful up there. I love it. I love the area. But I don't think I could go away from the Gulf Coast, the rivers, everything else we got down here. Again, water babies, we love it. I love the mountains area up there, but I don't think we can ever leave Florida, especially not now. We're building our dream home, bought our dream property. We're dead set now. We're staying. Carol says, here because of Daniel's recommendation. So glad to now be subscribed to your channel. Thank you so much for that. We truly do appreciate the support, and thanks for chatting with us. Sarah says, y'all should stick to Facebook and YouTube. I found arms on Facebook. It reaches different people. YouTube seems to take longer to grow. That is exactly, excuse me, get dry throat again. It's exactly what Daniel was telling me. Like I said, he's kind of have reached out to me a little bit, and we were talking on the side, and he told me, do not underestimate Facebook. That's why I started getting a little more serious with it here lately. And it's exactly what he said. It's a completely different type of people. Not saying that's good or bad, but there's just a different audience there that prefers different parts of what we may be going to show and grow on the property, as well as YouTube. So it's something I'm going to take serious. Because it sounds like Facebook is a good social media platform. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've always thought of Facebook as just drama and news and all that stuff that I didn't want in my life, but people don't realize, and my ignorance didn't realize that there is a whole awesome side of it, like the YouTube side for sharing videos and projects and things like this.
Because some people just, are on Facebook and they see those videos versus going straight to YouTube to view them. So we're going to have a whole nother crowd.
That's my ignorance on the subject. I've always loved YouTube, been obsessed with it, and could care less about Facebook. So a lot of times whenever we think we like something, we think everybody else does as well.
Got to be open-minded.
YouTube's the second largest search platform on the planet. So I'm thinking, that's got to be where everybody's at, right? No. There's a lot of people on Facebook and all these other social media platforms. So
yeah, we need to get to work on it.
Yeah, we're venturing out, and you will see us get on Facebook quite a bit more. You are not going to see me on TikTok or any of that other stuff. Not happening. Oh, yeah. Rob just jumped on and said, "Hey guys, well, you ain't gonna see me dancing around here doing crazy stuff."
No,
TikTok ain't about that.
There's different things on there too, but
see, my ignorance.
Yeah.
All right, Cash said he's got to jump off cooking dinner and got to send emails and call people on that dump trailer. Thanks, Cash. Let me know when you got a sponsor.
Good talking to you, Cash.
And Sandra says, home is where you're happy. That's exactly right. And that's Florida for us right now. We love it. And hopefully as we share, our experiences and what Florida has to offer, I think that you'll see why so many people come here. We absolutely love it. See, this light's getting a bit bright too. I'm going to cut it off. All right.
Somebody suggested also putting our social medias under our Facebook, our YouTube account.
Yes,
Like
I need to do that too. I need to figure out how to copy those links and put it in the description of every video. I think that's a popular spot to post it. I don't know if I can do it like on a home page or not. I need to look into that more. Actually, I need to reach out to Daniel or a couple of people that have more experience in this than I do and can answer that for me.
And some of y'all that are asking about our other channel, it's posted in our YouTube too.
Every video description, it's there, but the Kelleys with EY, Kelly's Outdoors, if you're curious about the other channel. And Sharon says, originally came across arms on Facebook. So that's the kind of stuff I need to hear to keep me motivated to do Facebook. Again, I've got a YouTube mentality. That's what I've been in. And Carrie says, found us on Facebook and YouTube on the Outdoors. Awesome. Appreciate that. Thank you so much for checking us out there. And Sandra says, got to go. Great chat. So we probably ourselves, looks like we've been chatting with y'all for well over an hour. So,
that's on this one. The other one was...
Oh, that's right. The other one was another 30, 40 minutes. So we've been chatting like an hour and 45 minutes. So if y'all have any other questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, I think we're probably going to wrap this live stream up. Again, a lot of videos coming this week. Going to work on the storm shelter some. We're getting back on the pole barn house. We should have a roof on it this week. Very excited about that.
Yes.
Yep. I'm going to release a video going over the plans on the pole barn house. showing the roof off and kind of walking y'all through and trying to give you a visual where the rooms are and the layout of it. I need to set up a property tour this week because that's been a very common request, and I'd love to let all the new subscribers know about that. So quite a few things, probably more than I can make this week, but I'm gonna do my best to.
And daylight
Spring Forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't forget about Spring Forward next weekend. As soon as we get off this live stream, I'll go ahead and schedule one for next Sunday. We're gonna go ahead and bump it on up to 7 p.m. since time is changing. We think that'll work out better as we kind of continue to go through the summer and
have more daylight to work around here.
Yeah, that's right. And it doesn't get dark till 9 something in the summer around here anyway. So thank y'all so much, for chatting with us. Thank y'all so much for the support. All the people that have subscribed today and commented. Again, it means the world to us. So thank you so much. Let's see here. Do we have any other questions? I said let's see here again, didn't I? I can't help it.
It's okay. It's okay. Go for it.
Yes. Chris says he will pay up big time to see me do some dancing on TikTok. How much you talking? How much you paying? I'd probably break TikTok. Goodness gracious. And Farm and HVAC says he's glad you found us. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, stopping by and chatting with us. And Dinas Lee says, live in Gulf Breeze, love it except the snakes. We have plenty of snakes around here. Come get all you want. Carrie says, Tiffany, she has 3 horses herself, so there you go. Nope, too many horses. Y'all won't be a bad influence on her. Everybody's trying to spend my money on equipment.
It's okay.
We don't need 3 horses.
My time's coming, baby. My time's coming.
Dina says, if everyone hits the bell, they won't miss notifications.
True.
Very good point. Hit the little bell icon right beside the subscribe button that hopefully you've hit on any one of our videos. And we appreciate you. Really do appreciate you supporting the channel. And hopefully we produce some content that keeps y'all excited and keeps you wanting to watch every video as it posts. There's going to be some tractor videos and other maybe boring stuff to some of y'all, but we're going to keep it different. We're going to keep it entertaining as best we can. All right, 123 says, have a good night. Shalom says, the farm family homestead, or family farm homestead, excuse me. Enjoyed the time with you, says Joshua Herndon. Hey, didn't you know you're on it? Thank you so much for listening to us. Yeah. So there's Tiffany, hey, Uncle Josh. And one for Tiffany, one for Andrew, and one for your guest.
That's right. See?
Yep. And June asked, do we have any animals yet? Other than the little dog right now is all that we have. But we think our first animals are going to be some chickens. Right now with the house build going on and everything else, animals are on hold just for a little bit. But we want to start with chickens. Then we're going to fence this pasture, move to some cows, goats, eventually horses. So we definitely have some plans for some animals. And eventually a farm dog too. So our little dog just sleeps inside all day long. I don't think he can run off a raccoon if he wanted to. And Julie says, horses make great compost material. I absolutely plan on making some compost piles out of what those animals produce for us. So that's something I am excited about with animals. Let's see here. And Dina says, I can tell this is going to be a great channel. Well, we certainly...
We're glad that you feel that way.
We certainly hope you do enjoy it. Thank you so much. All right. Bye. God bless. Yep. God bless y'all. Thank y'all so much. And Pam says, see us tomorrow. Yep, I believe I'll have an exciting tractor video for you tomorrow. Hopefully you enjoy it. And we'll pump out a lot more videos later this week. And hopefully catch a lot of y'all on the live stream next weekend. All right. And John just jumped on and says, hey, just got here, been busy. We were actually wrapping this thing up, but if you have any questions for us, I don't mind hanging around for a few more minutes there. And Joanne says, really enjoyed seeing us. Looking forward to seeing you again soon. God bless. Y'all have a good night. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate you chatting with us. And let's see here. Can't wait to see you, Carolina Coops. Check it out. Carolina Coops, check it out. All right, I will do that, John. All right, well, if nobody has any other questions, I think we are going to wrap this thing up. And again, thank y'all so much for chatting with us. All right, David says, sorry it's late. Really like the live feed. Appreciate that. We're actually wrapping it up right now, but if you have any questions, I'll answer real quick. Otherwise, as soon as I click off of this and after it processes, it'll post this and y'all can watch it back anytime you want. We truly do appreciate that as well. And John says, see us tomorrow. All right, yep, I'll have a video out probably tomorrow afternoon is what I'm thinking. Good night, all right. And Dina asked, will we talk about how we got our land? I can go over that real quick. I mean, there's still 90-something people on if they want to hear it. So I'll try to sum it up in a quick story. So for about 4 years, we were looking for the land. just dreaming about it. Really didn't even have the money, but I was looking hard. So long story short, looked a lot of places, a lot of swampland, a lot of stuff that was completely out of our budget because it was good property. And I wound up searching a small little town over here on the internet. Just typed the town in and I typed in real estate companies. A little one popped up. And I started going through their pictures. This stuff was posted nowhere else. And I found this piece of property and the price already looked amazing. I said, there's no way. I got off of work that next morning. My dad rode with me over here. We come up to the place. There's not a for sale sign in sight nowhere. I'm like, are we at the right place? I had to pull up the property appraiser's website and find out, put up my GPS and said, yeah, we're here. Call the realty company. Hey, are we allowed to go walk around this property? Yeah, go ahead. It didn't take us 5 steps into the woods here. And old country redneck me was in love. I was in love. I was swatting mosquitoes and loving it, sweating. Oh man, it's beautiful. It's grown up everywhere, but I could see the potential. We walked around on this property and I was like, there is just no way. Finally, after all these years of looking, we found the right size, everything on it that I'm dreaming of, and the price already seemed right. We jumped back across the fence and was coming down the ditch by the highway, and I seen why this property was, hadn't sold. I found the for sale sign down in the ditch. Looks like it had been mowed over months and months ago. Mold and mildew all over it. Nobody knew this property was for sale. And the real estate company that was selling it obviously spent no time driving by out here, making sure their sign was up. The person that inherited this piece of property lived out of state. So they weren't here honestly checking on it either. They couldn't. They lived up in the Dakotas. So it was just absolutely meant to be for us. I immediately called the real estate company back, submitted an offer. The other person counter offered. We took it. We took it immediately. But that was the exciting part. Told her, you got to come look at this afternoon. I think I went without sleep, went back and worked shift work that night, found our dream property. After that was where it started getting very nerve-wracking. Apparently the government thinks that you're not allowed to own more than 5 acres. Every bank we called, because we did not have the money to cover 51 acres, told us no. More than 5 acres, they weren't interested in loaning, and the government wasn't interested in backing that up. So we were heartbroken. We thought we were going to lose this piece of property. Luckily, one local bank called me back, a lady from the commercial department, and said, hey, I've seen that you were trying to get a land loan from us, and they told you no. She's like, I think I have a way that we can do this. She said, all we have to do is do a commercial loan as if, we're getting farming property and being a farmer instead of doing residential, and we can work it out. And lo and behold, it wound up working out. We wound up putting a pretty significant down payment on it, worked hard to pay that back. We've been working very hard to pay the property down, and we wound up getting our dream property. And we thought there for a little bit that it was not going to happen. So it was just absolutely meant to be. With the person living out of state, with the real estate company not checking, with the sign being mowed down, and the property technically not even being listed, it was listed nowhere else. That's the only way we were able to get it for the price that we did and something that we could actually afford. Otherwise, this property would have been going for 3 times probably what we paid for it everywhere else I was looking, and it's just way.
Other properties around us have definitely went for a lot more.
So I think it was a good Lord looking out for us. We're really meant to have this, and it's been an awesome experience. I love this property.
Anyone that comes here is just like, wow, this is beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Anybody that drives up, it don't have to be anybody that knows this either.
So I'm sorry. Everybody is popping up questions how many acres we own. It is 51 acres. I hope to own even more one day because heck, I can run around 51 acres pretty quick. But with that said, it's still our slice of paradise. We still have our privacy we were looking for, and our last property was 1.5 acres, so it was a big upgrade to come to this. I've got my room to stretch out on, run the tractor, eventually have the animals we're talking about, cut firewood, and like I said, this is my little country dream, and will eventually be hers. I think it'll be complete once she gets the horses on it that she's really been dreaming about and what she wants property for. So we love it, and we absolutely love our peace and quiet, even though we put it out there for all the world to see, and we're constantly exposing ourselves to a bunch of people. We still like our peace and quiet. I think some of y'all can understand that. So we feel very blessed to have it. Let's see here. Do you have a well off grid or use city utilities? We are way away from any city. Actually, the closest city is 17 miles, but just the way that we like it, you can still get there quick. We're very near a 4-lane road that you can run 65 or 90 on. Some people can. So we can get to town quick. We love that. But actually, we have a well back over here. You can't quite see 160-foot deep well, which is quite deep for Florida. But that's the first spot we can hit good water. That's one of the first things we put on the property was power and a well, and then we've been slowly developing it since. We originally had a pole barn over here, but the tornado remodeled for us and took that down. Then we built a new pole barn that's over here beside you that I'll probably show off this week. Then the shop, did all the pine trees, and we've just been working little by little as we could afford to over the last 7 years, putting all this stuff in and trying not to finance the whole world, because that was something we were really trying our best to get away from. So that's why it's taken us as long as it has to get here, but we're still working on, again, that kind of debt-free lifestyle. Hopefully we'll get there soon enough. Donna says, I wish you both the best. Hard work and teamwork. If it all works out, just have to remember to have some fun along the way, fulfilling your dreams. Absolutely. We absolutely have our fun. There's no doubt about that. We enjoy the property. We enjoy the area. We enjoy the people. It may not be fun to some people what we do, the simple riding around and boating and all, but it's the perfect lifestyle for us. Everybody has their own different interests and hobbies, and luckily we met with similar interests, and I talked her into a lot of my interests, I feel like, but I think she has learned to absolutely love them. I've yet to ever hear her complain about this lifestyle or living out in the country. She actually comes from over near Jacksonville, where she grew up, and I think she appreciates a lot of quieter living compared to big city. And no offense if any of y'all live in a big city. Some people absolutely love that. We love the country. Love it. I mean, listen. I like that. I like that. Joanne says that gives her goosebumps. God work in mysterious ways. Absolutely. Just like all y'all finding us and what Daniel did.
Yes.
Same exact situation.
That's how we felt.
Yeah, same exact situation. So, awesome, feel blessed, and very happy to be here sharing this with y'all. Continue prayers for the for needy homesteader. Yeah, I've heard about that. I'll have to look in. I don't understand the full situation, but we truly believe in prayer, and I'll have to see what that situation's about. But I've heard that mentioned several times about the needy homesteader. And John says, looks like I'm going to need a wood miser sawmill. Oh boy, would that be nice. But I have too many other priorities right now for a sawmill. And I've been getting in some nice red oak logs and other things. So as y'all watch my firewood videos, you'll see I have kind of partnered up with a local tree service company that hooks me up on huge, beautiful logs. And some of them I really would like to turn into some furniture for the house. And I'm actually talking with another subscriber on the side. Eventually, I think we're going to try to make some custom furniture and maybe do a little epoxy work and all. And I'll include all that on the channel. So always going to have DIY and awesome projects on the channel. And yeah, there's Josh. He says, Middleburg used to be a slice of country. I was like, how did he know? Well, it's her uncle. Yeah, he ought to know.
It was.
Yeah, the family farm homestead as soon as it's getting dark here. That's right. Yep, it is pretty much dark. We got the shop lights lighting us up now, but obviously you must be an hour or two behind us. I don't know what time zone you're in.
We can't wait for spring forward.
Yes, spring forward next weekend is going to be so nice. Really looking forward to it. So that means it would be 8 o'clock next weekend. So see, us doing it 7 p.m. is going to work out great, I do believe. And we've always got the shop lights. And John says we have a lot of firewood. Not enough. I ran out this year. Well, all right, guys. I think we're going to wrap it up. Thank y'all so much. Like I said, I will schedule next weekend's live stream right after this. We've got a lot of videos coming this week. And I'll say it for the last 100th time. Thank y'all so much for the support and all the people that's joined. All the awesome comments. It's been so good getting to know y'all.
Yes.
Anything else you want to say?
No, that's about the same for me. I mean, it's just a blessing. So, and we're looking forward to meeting y'all and getting to know y'all as well. So.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you. I think we're going to wrap this thing up. Y'all have a good night and a blessed week. Stay safe.